Hi, and welcome to the Redikall series. Today we're going to talk about how you get perturbed and disturbed by minor inconsistencies in our environment. So, most of us, if we see any form of imperfection, things not in order, things not being followed as per the system, we get very, very frustrated. And these things can be ranging from very minor things, like even if a particular furniture is not in its place and in the right alignment, you can be disturbed. Or if someone is not in sync or in rhythm with the march past, you can be disturbed. You can be perturbed if somebody is not singing in rhythm with the singers in the chorus. Or you can be disturbed when it comes to things like in your relationship. So you might be a person of system, of order, and the relationship might not be as per your wish in terms of system and order. And most of the time, then you see yourself molding and organizing that relationship to somewhere fit that system and fit into that order. And that becomes very taxing for not only you, but for the other person in the relationship. Even when it comes to money, the same thing can happen. Like in money, and money is a very, very dynamic energy. Now, somewhere the inflow of money and the outflow of money might not be as systematic as per your expectations and wish. And that can really frustrate you. So, we are going to understand that if any of this or any of your other imperfection that you see, or disorder that you see, or misalignment that you see is disturbing you, then the first thing to do is take a pause. And you need to ask yourself one simple question. And what is that question? The question is, where are you not in alignment? It comes back to you somewhere. And it's because you are not in alignment somewhere, you are inviting these disturbed experiences and inviting so much of chaos and disorder in your environment. So, today I'm going to explain how you can actually get back into alignment. But before that, I'm going to tell you an interesting thing. So, if you look around, just look around and you look at nature, you're going to see that there is an excellent order in the seemingly perceived disorder. So, like if you look at nature, it has absolute asymmetry and randomness. And if you look at the so-called human perfection, it's not there in nature. And yet it is so harmonious. And it is just so wonderful. So somewhere when you rise above in your consciousness and you, with that raised consciousness, you see it and you see things around you also. You realize that everything is in alignment. And you'll be able to discover the brilliance in the seemingly perceived misalignment around you. So I'll give you a method of how you can work with this. So look at any aspect of your life where you think that there is that there is no system that is being followed as per your expectations or as per your wish, or there is the need to always perfect something in a particular aspect of life. And when there is imperfection, it's very difficult for you to even tolerate it. So just pause and recognize that aspect of your life. And then somewhere recognize your emotional charge when you think about it, and work with R5 to somewhere neutralize that bit. Recognize that bit of you that you feel, or the part in that aspect that you just cannot change, or is not in your control, or is not in your direct control. Somewhere recognize that, recognize the brilliance in it, and when you recognize the brilliance in it, that is the time when it's easy for you to accept it, and then you rise beyond it. Once you've done this, then look deeply within you and recognize the inconsistencies in your attitude and in your approach towards things. Recognize them, accept them, see the brilliance in them, and that is when you will be able to move ahead. And then we come to the deeper aspect of what I was telling you about alignment. So you might wonder, what is this alignment? When we check when I said that, if you are not in alignment, then you invite these kind of misaligned things and disorder, chaos, and all that. So I'll give you a metaphor to kind of explain it more easily. You've seen when you are trying to solve a puzzle when you were growing up, that there were these random pieces that didn't make sense when they came in a box. And then only when you fit them together did that whole piece make sense. So life and the universe work in the same way. So at the human level, and at that kind of human level consciousness, you might see things that they're very random and they don't make sense to you sometimes. But everyone and each one of us is that one puzzle piece. And we have a position, like how every piece even has a position in the puzzle. So you have that one position and alignment, because even if that puzzle piece is put in a wrong alignment, it will not fit into it and it will not complete the whole picture. So continue imagining that you are that little puzzle piece, and when as compared to the collective consciousness, to the larger consciousness, so you have a certain position, you have an alignment in the perspective with respect to the larger collective consciousness and universal plan. So all that you need to do is, somewhere you are not in alignment with that. And in simpler terms, in Redikall, we say you're not in alignment with your life path or your life purpose. And as we evolve in your consciousness, you realize that you're not in alignment with your position that was committed at the soul level in the larger universal plan. So when you are not in that alignment, you seem to get very, very perturbed by the misalignment you see in your external environment. So you work with your guilt of non-aligning to the collective consciousness, to the group consciousness. And once you work with that guilt, you recognize that position of yours, you recognize that alignment, and there are ways of reciting R5 to come back from the deviation and come back to that alignment. And when you are there, in that space, when you intend the highest and the best, then everything that is meant for you will come to you, not necessarily in the exact order that you wanted it to be. Like if you need money in a particular order, it might not come in that order, but the abundance that is meant for you will flow easily into your life when you are in that alignment. So all that we need to have is to have that faith that when we are aligned, things will come to us, things will work out for us. Everything that we wanted for the highest and our best will happen. maybe not in the same order or system that you want. So instead of getting perturbed by these minor inconsistencies and seeming imperfection, all you need to do is to focus on the larger objective and the goal. Like interestingly, in our radical organization, sometimes we launch things just because we are guided to, and sometimes even the structure, the system, nothing is in place, and we still go ahead and launch a program. And somewhere it just happens for each one's growth, each one's best interest, and everything falls into place. So let us begin this journey of respecting all that is happening and trying to understand from a higher consciousness and an evolved consciousness the brilliance and the order in the seeming disorder. So I'm going to do some R5 recitation that will help us in this journey. So let's close our eyes. And bring your awareness to your body. And recite with me. I R5 the imperfections. I R5 the imperfections. I R5 the imperfections. I R5 the disorder. I R5 the disorder. We R5 the chaos. We R5 the chaos. We R5 our need for perfection. We R5 our need for perfection. We R5 our need for perfection. We R5 our need for order. 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 We R5 our need to have systems as per our expectations. We R5 our need to have systems as per our expectations. We R5 our need to have systems as per our expectations. We R5 our need to see perfection in seeming imperfections. We R5 our need to see perfection in seeming imperfection. We R5 our need to see perfection in seeming imperfection. We R5 our need to see order in seeming disorder. We R5 our need to see order in seeming disorder. We R5 our need to see order in seeming disorder. We R5 our deviation. We R5 our deviation. We R5 our deviation. We R5 our alignment with our life plan. We R5 our alignment with our life plan. We R5 our alignment with our life plan. We R5 our alignment with our position. We are 5, 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 the brilliance in all that is. We are 5, the brilliance in all that is. We are 5, the brilliance in all that is. And the affirmation for all of us is, we perceive and discover the perfection in all the imperfection around us. We perceive and discover the perfection in the seeming imperfection around us. We perceive and discover the perfection in the seeming imperfection around us.